What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. You're now tuned into Too Real for Mainstream. So apparently, there's some controversy revolving around the Auburn softball team. So apparently, one of their players, Carlee McCondichie, had some things to say when she went to Twitter. So Auburn softball player Carlee McCondichie is calling for her head coach to be fired. She is leaving the program after playing for 4 seasons, mainly because of her head coach Mickey Dean and the coaching staff. Cardi has been playing softball for the majority of her life. I think for about 18 years. She's 22 years old. She's been playing for about 18 years, so the majority of her life. So apparently, she had some discuss. She's a senior, and she had some discusses, some issues with the Auburn University and the coaching staff and the head coach, Mickey Dean. So apparently, she has decided to quit, not return for the 5th season with the Auburn softball team. So in some of her statements, she did make it known and let people know now it was not had to do with the fact as far as not having enough playing time. So to make that very clear, it had nothing to do with playing time. However, she did not specify exactly what it was. So that's all we know for right now. So apparently she has decided. She went to Twitter and she posted her concerns and discussed with the Auburn University softball team and the coaching staff and the head coach Mickey Dean. And she also gave shots out in a severe message to other athletes that was considering coming into the Auburn University. She let them know heads up about the cons and the pros. And basically, so if she basically said it had nothing to do with playing time, as far as actually no playing time, so it makes you question what was it about. It has to be something else that's going on here. And until we get more information, that's all we know for right now. But she has made it clear that she will tell her story. She plans to tell her story for her time at the Auburn University. So I'm curious and interested to see what that is going to be. So hopefully we get that soon when it gets released. And I'm definitely going to be the ones to check it out and see what was going on, because if it wasn't due to playing time, there has to be something else going on there. But make sure, be clear, you guys, don't go jump into speculations and accusations and we don't want to do that yet until we further know what has gone on. Now, in other news, if you guys are not knowing where the NASCAR legend Jeff Gordon, pretty much, I found out some very interesting news that NASCAR legend Jeff Gordon was pretty much robbed for millions, and that's very surprising to me. So pretty much Gordon, you guys know he's a famous driver with the NASCAR, had a successful career and built major wealth off of the NASCAR, being one of the NASCAR most decorated drivers. And after NASCAR being a full-time professional driver, when he can transition out of the NASCAR driving, he actually did well for himself. Gordon did a lot of work and showed a lot of support for the world and for the residents. Basically, Gordon, if you guys don't know, Gordon created a Pediatric Cancer Foundation and also opened up a children's hospital. So those some of the accomplishments that Jeff Gordon had done after his time as far as being a professional NASCAR driver. So apparently, you guys not know that Jeff Gordon lost a total of he lost some millions in a divorce settlement with his first wife, Brooke Silly. Now, if you guys don't know, as I said, his first wife was Brooke Silly, and Jeff Gordon and Brooke Silly was considered America's top or model couple. They were glamorized as the model couple, but apparently a lot of people didn't realize that Jeff Gordon and Brooke Silly had a very, very very nasty divorce settlement, which cost Jeff Gordon a lot of millions in his bank account. Now, the former race car driver now works as an announcer for Fox NASCAR and is a top executive for the Hendrick Motorsports. So Jeff Gordon currently makes about 20 to 30 million a year. So we're looking at it now, even after losing all those millions, Jeff Gordon, it doesn't really affect him because he's averaging, even after being a professional driver. Now, he already had pretty much acquired pretty much about 200 million all the way up to 500 million when he was a professional driver, when he was active. Then after, you have to look at his time, he's pretty much a top executive owner of Hendrick Motorsports, and then also having a foundation and also the hospital, and then also being a sports announcer for the NASCAR Fox. Accumulating 20 to 30 million per year. So I mean, that would be looked at something small to Jeff Gordon, but however, to a lot of us, that's a lot of money. And I'm pretty sure during that time when that divorce settlement happened with Jeff Gordon, his first wife, Brooke Silly, I'm pretty sure it was a big hassle for him. I mean, you guys, because so when I did my research, some of the stuff it was like crazy and ridiculous. I mean, Brooke Silly, I mean, she was acting for some of the most ridiculous stuff. She was definitely trying to hit Jeff Gordon heavily in his pockets. I mean, asking for the mansion, asking for Jeff Gordon alimony, you know, the purse as far as the mansion, asking for Jeff Gordon to pay, like to be able to have to pay what it costs, the amounts for having the chefs, the butlers, or whatever else, etc., gardeners, etc., etc. I mean, stuff that's ridiculous and silly. And my personal opinion to this, you guys, is that pretty much this is expected. This is what happened, especially when it has to do with a divorce settlement, when one party has obtained wealth and another party did not obtain wealth. When you're talking about splitting and divorcing, the other party is always looking to get a gain and looking to get their big deal out of it in the situation. And I think it's not fair. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's male or female. So whether the party that's rich is or obtained wealth is a male or female, it does not. I feel that it's not right for the other party that did not obtain the wealth to be sitting here asking for these ridiculous amounts, especially for things that's ridiculous. Like, I feel if it's cool if people decide to dish out a certain amount of alimony after a divorce, but I mean, the fact that I think that people just got it wrong saying that, oh, well, you owe this and you're liable and you should be paying this. No, you didn't build that wealth. You didn't build that wealth, so it's not right for these whether it's male or female spouse to, after a divorce, should be asked for these crazy, stupid, ridiculous amounts of money when you didn't build that. I mean, it's just all about that these people are lazy. They don't want to go and do the work, so they feel like since now they're not with the person that built the wealth anymore, now they like, okay, well, what am I going to do? Because they know they're not going to be able to afford to live how they used to live in comfortably. So now you want to look to get your come up however you can. Well, that's not fair. Like I said, that's selfish. You know what I'm saying? When you make the decision to split, especially if you're the individual, the spouse that makes the decision to split, I mean, you got to come to the realization it's time for you to get on your own and do your own thing now. It's time for you to grind. It's time for you to do what you got to do to survive. You can't sit here and try to get a come up off of the person that you used to be with, so you don't have to worry about having to ever lift a finger, so you can maintain to live how you were used to living because of the spouse that actually obtained the wealth. It's not right and it's not fair. And I think the system should actually they should reorganize and reconstruct how divorce settlements are handled and how separation between spouses are settled. Definitely, the system definitely needs to change that. Some things need to be changed. Now, as I said, I want to make it perfectly clear. It doesn't matter whether it's male or female that built the wealth, obtained the wealth. It is not right for the other party, whether they're male or female, that did not obtain the wealth, to try to look to get a come up so they can continue to live how they were living when they were with the spouse that obtained the wealth. But that's all I have for you guys. I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this, and what do you guys think about this. Spam in the comments and let me know your opinions about this situation with the retired professional NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon, also about the situation with the softball player from Auburn. But I want to once again thank you guys for taking the time to tune in. You guys have been showing much love always, so much appreciation to you guys. If you like what you heard in this video, go ahead and give this video a thumb up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and push that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can be up to date when new content drops. So until then, y'all already know what to do.